sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football pregame show. The Houston Texans beat the Indianapolis Colts 20-17 tonight at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. The Texans have now won the last 4 games against the Colts, and the Colts and Texans split the series of games this season. Texans head coach Bill O'Brien gave his guys 3 days off because he was very impressed with their performance. It was a big one. And they turned the page and bounced back from the bad loss to the Ravens last week. And this was a big win for the Texans tonight, as I just said. They go up against the Patriots next week, and so the Texans are going to have a few days off. And this was the DeAndre Hopkins' second game where he scored 2 TDs. So congratulations to that, to DeAndre. Congratulations, buddy. And as for the Colts, they played a hard-fought game, and they had several chances to win the game in the fourth quarter, but the Texans were just too much for the Colts. And with the Colts' loss, that gives the Texans a significant edge in the AFC South playoff race. But the Colts are keeping their playoff hopes alive, and it doesn't get any easier. They got Oakland, then KC, and then Pittsburgh, and then Green Bay, so it's not going to get any easier for them. It was scoreless in the first quarter, but then Houston got on the board early with a kicked a field goal, and it was 3-0. And then in the second quarter, the Colts scored their first touchdown of the game, and it was 7-3. Colts. And then Houston came back and they scored a touchdown. That was one of the DeAndre Hopkins touchdowns, and it was 10-7. Colts Texans lead, and then the Texans kicked a field goal at the end of the second quarter, and it was 10-10 at the half. They were tied, and then the Colts scored another touchdown, and it was 17-10. And the Texans kicked a field goal, and it was in the third, and it was because they tried to get a touchdown but couldn't. They got in the field goal range and kicked one, and it was 17-13. And at the end of the third quarter, and then in the fourth, actually it was at the end of the third quarter, the Colts scored the Texans scored another touchdown. And that was DeAndre Hopkins' second one, and it was 20-17. And in the fourth, the Colts had a turnover on downs, and they had to punt, and then the Texans had a turnover on downs, and they had to punt, and then they had to go through. He tried to catch the Eric Ebron tried to catch it, but he was not able to do it with 2:49 to go, and that was pretty much the game. And then the Texans just ran out the clock because they had it in hand, and they tried to score one more, but it wasn't going to matter anyway because they got the win. The Texans, by all means, got the win tonight. They go to 7-4, and the Colts fall to 6-5, and that's why the Texans have a significant edge in the AFC South playoff race. And their coach Bill O'Brien was very pleased with the win tonight, and that's why he's given his players 3 days off. So, and it's time now to give out the game balls. Deshaun Watson, 19 to 30 carries and attempts, 298 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 TD, 1 touchdown. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, Will Fuller, 7 receptions, 140 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, 6 receptions, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Carlos Hyde, 16 carries and 67 yards. And we have some great... The Browns have the Dolphins coming into town this Sunday, and that's a 1 o'clock start. We got the game of the week is New England and Dallas. Actually, Dallas at New England in Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And the Sunday night game is San Francisco and Green Bay at Levi Stadium in San Francisco. And the Monday night game, the Baltimore Ravens and the LA Rams at LA Memorial Stadium in Los Angeles, California. And next Thursday on Thanksgiving Day and Thanksgiving night will be the Saints and the Falcons. And I think it's at Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, I think. I'll let you know, check me if I'm wrong. But I will have a special Thanksgiving Day edition of Scott Sports 101. After this coming Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday, Sunday Night Football, and Monday Night Football. But you will get Thanksgiving Day edition. You will get that from me. And I'll break it all down then, so I'll look forward to that. Now, I have some breaking news right now that just came in, and it's regarding the Myles Garrett suspension. The NFL has decided to uphold Myles Garrett's indefinite suspension, and many Browns fans are very surprised and upset by the NFL's decision. And so Myles Garrett's indefinite suspension will stand. Now, Myles Garrett said he heard something racist, but there was no evidence and not enough of that to support the claim. And a lot of fans feel that because they are upset because Mason Rudolph did not get a suspension. He only got a $30,000 fine, and he provoked the fight and tried to rip Myles Garrett's helmet off his head. And although Myles Garrett, excuse me, and although Myles Garrett ripped off Mason Rudolph's helmet and started hitting him with it, and he knows what he did was wrong and he's learned from his mistakes, but Mason Rudolph started the whole thing, and some fans and a lot of fans feel that Mason Rudolph should have gotten a suspension, and some fans feel that this is no place. There is no place for that kind of reaction in football, and that sets a bad example for younger athletes by far, no doubt. But many fans are standing behind Myles Garrett, and that includes myself. And I know also my really good friend Matt Murphy is also standing behind him. I'm going to say that right now, and I'll ask him when I talk to him this weekend. But I think he is most likely standing behind Myles Garrett, and a lot of fans are upset because he's a great player, and on and off the field, and he does a lot of other stuff off the field besides on the field, and a lot of players are upset because that suspension stands, and we will be without it for the remainder of the season, and it could go into next season as well, and we'll have to wait and see. But fans hope that the National Football League will have a change of heart because they don't want it to ruin Myles Garrett's career, and we do not want to lose Myles Garrett. So we'll have to wait and see if they will have a change of heart before next season. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football postgame show. I'll be back with Scott Sports Sunday, NFL Football Sunday, Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday, and that'll be on Sunday. The early game pregame show to start it off, and ending it with the Monday Night Football postgame show. So until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.